Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the various plant movements that we had discussed yesterday. Okay, so today we are going to start with this. What are plant movements? Yesterday we had discussed in a nutshell that which plant movements we are talking about. There are two types of plant movements. What are they? Nestic movements and tropic movements. What do you mean by nestic movements? The movements which are non-directional and induced due to these are the actually non-directional induced variations. Okay, variation movements that occur due to Turgor changes. Do you remember Turgor changes? What is this word Turgor changes? In life processes chapter you had learnt about transportation in plants. So in that we had learnt that plants, they have water column in it. Okay, that plant has water inside it and that column is built and it creates the turgidity in the plants. So this turgidity means which make it so crisp and so stiff. So as the water is transpirated, transpiration occurs, the water is lost to the environment in the form of vapors through evaporation. So this process of losing water in the surroundings due to heat is known as transpiration. And you know transpiration is a necessary evil. Okay. So when this water is lost to the environment, then what happens? The plant wilts. Why? Because the turgidity that was caused due to the water column is not there. Okay, the water is lost in the form of vapors, so it becomes wilted. Okay, it droops down. If we water the plant, then after some time again, what happens? The water is absorbed by the roots, taken in by the roots, and then through the water column, that is xylem, tissue helps in conducting water and it again becomes turgid. So this is known as Turgor change. Okay. So we are talking about the nestic movements, and nestic movements are caused due to Turgor changes. Okay. So the turgidity in the plant changes. Like we are talking about the plant. Which plant? The plant touch me not. See, if you have experienced, when you touch the leaves of the plant, they droop down, they curl inside. Why it is so? Because of the changes of the Turgor changes are there. Okay, how it happens? As soon as you touch the leaves, the water from the leaves is sent to the nearby parts of the plant. As a result, the turgidity is lost and the leaves of the plant, they wilt down. Okay, they curl inside. After some time, this sensation is over. What happens? The water is again sent to the leaves and as a result, it again becomes turgid and the leaves are spread. But if you will touch it again it is going to show the same. So, do you think that there is some growth taking place when you are touching the leaves of the mimosa or the touch me not plant? No, no growth is taking place. So these are growth independent changes. Okay, the movement that is taking place in the touch me not plant is not supporting or not showing any kind of growth. So we say that such type of changes are not supporting the growth in the plant. Okay, no growth is taking place. Okay, so here you need to remember the Turgor changes, the nestic movements, and they are not dependent on growth. They are not creating any kind of growth in the plant. And besides this, you need to learn the name of the plant. The name is, in English we call it touch me not. Okay, but this won't do because you can be asked in one word or 1 mark question, what is the scientific name of touch me not plant? So what is the name? It is Mimosa, M-I-M-O-S-A, Mimosa pudica, P-U-D-I-C-A, Mimosa pudica. Okay, this is the scientific name. I hope you remember how to give the names. Scientific names are written. This is genus, this is species, and genus initial letter is always written with capital letter. Okay, and it will be written in cursive, and species is always written with the initial letter in small, and you are going to underline it. Okay, underline it. In this way we write the scientific name. So what is the scientific name of touch me not plant? It is Mimosa pudica. Okay. So this was about the nestic movements. Now let us come to tropic movements. Okay. What do you mean by tropic movements? The tropic movements are the directional movements. Okay. Of specific part of a plant in response to some external stimuli. Not whole of the plant is going to show any kind of change, but some particular plant part is going to show the response towards the external stimuli. Okay, so these movements are known as tropic movements. What do we call them? Tropic movements, and the phenomena is known as tropism. What do we call it? Tropism. Okay, movements are called tropic movements and the phenomena is known as tropism. Fine. So these movements are very slow movements as compared to the nestic movement. If you are touching the leaves, they quickly curl inside. But if we talk about such type of movements, tropic movements, they are very slow movements because they are according to the response or according to the stimuli showing a very less growth, slow process, slowly it is taking place. Okay, so now let us discuss about tropic movements in detail. Fine. Now these tropic movements, they are the response of plants to these stimuli are termed as various categories. Various names are there. Okay. First one is phototropism. Phototropism. Second one, let us take the second one is geotropism. Third one is, and if you have read the chapter, then you might have some ideas about it. Third one is chemotropism. Chemotropism. Fourth one is hydrotropism. Now, by writing these names, I hope you can get an idea that what are the stimuli or what are the tropism, okay, towards the plant part are going to show any change. If I talk about phototropism, see, photo means light. It means the stimulus is light. Okay, the part of the plant is going to show change in its configuration or is going to show some growth when it responds to light. Fine. Then second one, geo. Geo means it is talking about gravity. Okay, gravitational force or gravity. Then third one is chemo. The word is giving you a hint. What is chemo? Chemo means chemical. Means when the tropism or when the movement of the plant is in response to some chemical substance. Then next is hydrotropism. What is hydrotropism? The word is giving you a hint again. Hydro, it is related to water. Means the plant part is growing towards water. Okay. So we are going to discuss them in detail. Let us again see how many types of tropic movements are there. The plant parts show various tropic movements, and what are they? Number one is phototropism, means growth towards light. Second one is geotropism, means the plant part is growing towards gravity. Third one is chemotropism. It means the plant part is growing towards the chemical substance. Okay, and the fourth one is hydrotropism. And what is hydrotropism? Hydrotropism is a tropic movement of the plant part towards the water. Okay, so we are going to discuss them one by one now. So first we are going to speak about the phototropism. See, in these we have some small activities also, and you need to learn them because they can be asked in the exam for say 3 marks and all like this. Okay, so first one is phototropism. So what is the stimuli acting here? That is light. Okay, before I start with this, let me tell you one more important concept here, that if a plant part shows growth towards some tropism or some stimuli, then we say positively or positively tropic. Okay, if it shows against, okay, or opposite to the tropic movement, tropism, then we say negatively tropic. Okay, if the growth is taking place towards the stimulus, then we say positively tropic. If it is taking opposite to the tropism or the stimulus, then we say negatively tropic. Fine. So let us discuss about it now. In phototropism, what happens? Which part of the plant is going to show movement? It is stem or shoot. Okay, shoot of the plant is dependent on light for the growth. Okay, there is an activity in your book also, you can see it is mentioned in the NCERT book, that for example, let us take that a potted plant is there and it is kept in a dark room. Okay, in a dark room. Now what happens? In a dark room it is kept and it is growing, but after some days what we do, when it is showing the growth, we open the window and sunlight is coming from there. So what we are going to see? We will see that the plant shoot bends towards the light. Okay, what does it mean? It means that the shoot of the plant is dependent on light. Okay, means the light is acting like a stimulus towards which the shoot has responded by bending towards it. Okay, so shoots of the plant, they are phototropic. Okay, while roots, these are positively phototropic. We say positively, again I write positively phototropic. Right now I told you that when the stimulus, when the plant part is going towards the stimulus, we say positively tropic. So it is phototropic. Okay, what about roots? Where are they growing? They are growing under the soil, so they are growing in the darkness. So what do you think? Will it be mentioned like roots of the plant, they are negatively phototropic, means they are growing away from the light. Understood? So we have mentioned they are positively phototropic and negatively phototropic. The roots of the plant, they are growing away from the light. The stimulus over here is light. So which part of the plant is growing towards the stimulus? That is shoot. So shoot is positively phototropic, and if I am talking about the roots, then roots are negatively phototropic. They are going away, opposite to the whatever the stimulus is there of light. So this is about phototropism. Okay. Now second one, let us discuss about the second one now. Second tropism is geotropism. What is geotropism? Means when the plant part is showing the growth either away from the gravity or towards the gravity. Means the shoot is growing upward and root is going downward. Okay. So when the growth of shoot is taking place upwards, means it is growing away from the gravity, and geotropism means geo is related to gravity of the earth. Okay, so again here we say that shoot is growing away from earth, so it is negatively geotropic or geotropic. And root, what about root? root is growing towards the earth, towards the earth. So it is positively geotropic. Okay, so I hope it is clear to everyone. What is it? That shoot is growing away from the earth's gravity, so we will say it negatively geotropic. But the root is growing towards the earth gravity, so it is positively geotropic. So here is one activity also, like we have discussed about the phototropism. If we take a potted plant, see, potted plant will show growth of the plant like this. And the roots are growing inside the soil. But if I tilt it, or if I lay it down in horizontal condition, then what will happen? After some days, what you are going to observe? So this is how you are going to see the variation. Okay. So you can see the root is bending towards the gravity of the earth, and shoot is bending away from the earth's gravity. Okay. So this is how we can show the tropic movements caused due to gravity of the earth, or we can tell that shoot is negatively geotropic, while root is positively geotropic. So I hope these two tropic movements that we discussed, phototropic movements and geotropic movements, are clear to you. So today's work is that how many types of movements are taking place in plants. So you need to write down about nestic movements and the tropic movements. Okay, you have to differentiate between nestic movements and tropic movements. The second question is, how many types of tropic movements are there? How many types of tropic movements are there? Name them. And today we have discussed about two. So explain diagrammatically, explain with diagram the phototropism and geotropism in plants.